Airbnb has long let people refer their friends to the platform, but the travel company decided to revamp the process in 2014. As part of the revamp, they started showing referred visitors the profile pictures of the people who referred them, not just their names. This seems trivial, right? You already know who referred you. You don't need to be reminded of what they look like. But no, the revamp increased bookings by over 300% over the original referral system. The reason that this small tweak was so powerful comes from the third principle of persuasion. This principle is social proof. We as humans will do things because we see other people do them first. We're inherently herd animals after all. We can see this principle in action with the famous Ash experiment, where participants were put in a room with a team of people who were secretly working with the experimenters. The experimenters showed participants a line segment and asked them to choose a match from the group of 3 other line segments of varying lengths. It was a simple problem. The links were clearly different lengths. When everyone in the room wrote down their answers, 99% of the participants gave the right answer. But when everyone in the room had to say their answer out loud, the experimenters' allies purposely said the wrong answers. When it became the participants' turn to answer, a full 75% of them gave the wrong answer just to go along with the group. In other words, peer pressure got to them. In short, we trust the behavior of the crowd in no small part because it feels awkward to go against the popular choice. This is why so many enterprise software companies have a few rows of customer logos on their website, along with case studies and testimonials from past customers, media mentions, awards, big numbers showing how many customers already trust them, and so on. All of this screams, many people use our product already, and so should you. This is a classic example of social proof. Now, praise from strangers is certainly powerful, especially if a lot of them have endorsed something, but the most powerful form of social proof comes from friends and family. If someone you personally know and trust recommends a product, you're very likely to check it out. This is why word of mouth referrals from friends are so powerful and therefore so encouraged by tech products. You can amp up the effectiveness of these strategies by reminding people how closely connected they are to the person who recommended it. Reminding them that their friend told them about this product is so powerful. This is exactly why Airbnb's example of showing the referrer's face works so well. It made the personal trust angle much more salient, boosting the social proof to the next level. Even if your product isn't being recommended by a friend, you can partially tap into the power of human trust by reminding people that your social proof comes from other people. It's not a faceless number proving that this product is good. It's a real flesh and blood human. Even if you don't know that human, you'll trust them more than some statistic. Airbnb does this well with its reviews, showing the names and faces of real people who've stayed at a property, giving it a rating. The visitor thinks to himself, well, these real people have stayed here and vetted this place, so it must be good. Switching gears, in addition to just building trust, social proof can also be used to increase your profit margins by carefully nudging people in the right direction. You have to be careful with this technique though, because if you're not, you can take it to comical extremes. Consider the infamous example of how airlines try incredibly hard to get you to buy travel insurance when you're booking a flight. They throw in all kinds of hacks to try to get you to say yes. Bright red and green colors to make it seem dangerous to say no, the bright green badge that says it's highly recommended in the top corner, and much more. But the bottom line is, notice how they tie in the social proof, saying that almost 47,000 people bought insurance in the last 3 days. It's designed to make you think, well, if all these people did it, it can't be a bad idea. But this is actually a good example of overdoing some of the principles of influence that we've talked about. By trying too hard, it almost seems kind of sketchy. For a more tasteful example of using social proof to nudge customers, consider how many subscription services label pricing tiers with most popular or recommended. This example is used by the enterprise software company Box. The buyer figures, because all these other people chose that tier, it must be a good idea. Of course, that tier might also be the one with the highest profit margins. So we can see that social proof has to be used tastefully, but if done well, it can lead to some really valuable business outcomes for your company, like we saw with Airbnb at the beginning of this video.